What's popping out there, Team J3? Your boy is back in the building, and I got my homie, aka Mr. Terrific, in the house, man. What's up, Ronan?
Chilling, man.
That's what's up.
Another day in paradise.
I know, right? It is lovely in here, y'all. You know. Nah, I'm just fucking around.
Life and all the adventures that come with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got some news.
Oh yeah, big news.
Yes, actually, yesterday it was a lot of big news came out.
Yeah.
And shout out to well, give some shout outs. Who gave the information? G, what's up?
Man, let me do some quick shout outs here.
Yeah, give them the shout outs, man. Let them know what's up, man. This is Ron Joe Genji Twitter, man. I didn't get that much on. I didn't get none on mine. I don't think they know about me with this one. You know what I mean? Even though I'm a fan of it, you did.
It was more of like the superhero stuff, like the stuff we're about to talk about. I actually found, but like the people that do send tweets, oh man, I'm gonna hit them up right now. I got a few, man. It's crazy.
He ain't lying. It's only 2. No, just fucking around.
Keenan YouTube.
That's what's up. Shout outs to you, Keenan YouTube. Good looking on that, man.
Taylor
keep
Allen.
It coming. Taylor Allen, keep it coming, G.
Yep. Black Ocean.
That. Black Ocean.
Yep. That's a whole bunch.
Blah, blah.
It's crazy. E. Kinsley, I Am Kind. It's a whole bunch of Will Wise Guy. Man, they the ones that constantly be tagging me and stuff. So shout outs to y'all, man. You guys are dope.
Shout outs, G. So we got some news. For y'all don't know, we are big fans of The Raid.
Oh yeah.
It's an Indonesian film which has, I think, swept the world straight up. I think anybody that knows martial arts knows of freaking The Raid, The Raid Redemption.
It's been coming up in conversation. There's a lot of good and crazy controversy behind it because this movie has such an impact that people are trying to mimic it, or they want to challenge it. It's crazy. Like, it sparked the chord and it's kicked Hollywood's ass, and everyone's trying to recreate that, but they don't know where or how to do it, or just kind of leave it alone and accept it and do their own thing. So I don't know if you guys remember a while back, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, Raid Remake was in talks and it got scrapped. And I think they were going off of the hype of the first movie when it originally came out back in like 2012.
Right.
So I think it was a hype thing. I don't think there was really a passion feel behind it, and it was a different director at the time. Patrick Hughes was going to take on to it. He was coming off of The Expendables 3, which had like a negative stigma. It was critically not acclaimed. It was low ratings. It was PG-13.
It got leaked out early, and it was trash.
Yeah. So with that being said, like it was crazy, and Stallone came out on Twitter. Sylvester Stallone, for you guys that don't know about him, he came out on Twitter and said, "I think we can do better than The Raid." And I think it was this competition thing going on because we obviously know that he saw the movie and he wanted to try to, live up to expectation and try to be on that level. But I mean, in the Hollywood system, you're always going to be constantly bullied, and your version of the movie is going to be different from what the studio has in mind. So when you saw what they did, it kind of failed because he was catering to an audience that wasn't able to support his movie. He said, "I wanted to make it for kids and teenagers," and they weren't really that audience. That's
where he effed up at. You don't make shit for kids unless it's Disney.
Because part 1 and 2 were not like that.
Well, we're not staying on Expendable. We want to get on this Raid, but the Expendable franchise declined fast. Part 1 was like, this is a great introduction,
right?
And then part 2 just went, okay. And then part 3 was like, so we're gonna go Ronda Rousey, huh?
Right.
Was she in that one?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
But with that being said,
but you know who was in there though?
Got scrapped.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, he was tight.
Mel Gibson was
tight. He was very good in there. So anyway, the project got scrapped and it sat on the shelves for like maybe 2 or 3 years. So they waited, and then now all of a sudden this new news came up, and I got the article from birthmoviesanddeath.com. Basically, it says Joe Carnahan and Frank Grillo are remaking The Raid. Apparently, we're still trying to wrap our heads around this. So this interesting thing popped up on Twitter, and it says there appears to be director Joe Carnahan and the Purge MVP Frank Grillo announcing their intention to reimagine Gareth Evans' The Raid. I mean, they say as much as in the clip, why such a thing would be announced this way, or why anyone would even attempt to reimagine one of the greatest action movies ever made is beyond us.
They ain't lying.
But that seems to be what's happening here, because there's little else to go on at the moment. this is all we've got to share. But while we're waiting on something a little more official, a press release, for instance, to arrive, we figured we'd put this in front of you guys and let you sort through your feelings on it in the comments. One suspects the Raid fans will have much to say about this, but Carnahan just posted on his following Twitter. This is the director, by the way. He said the Raid remake will hew closer in tone and feel to the Gray and Narc. If you don't know what the Gray is, you have to check that out. If you've never seen Narc, watch it.
Liam Neeson all day.
Yeah,
dude.
Gareth Evans is producing alongside and has given Joe Carnahan his full blessing, and his team will be doing the choreography as well. So Eco UIs will be returning as well. Remaking, reimagining, whatever you want to call it, sounds like this is something all involved intend to do. Please sound off with your thoughts on the Raid reimagined in space provided below.
All right, G. So out there, Team J3, man. If you guys haven't watched the Raid 2, it's your own fault. So I will be saying stuff, spoiling stuff. I don't give a fuck, because you should already watch it right now. It's one of the best fighting movies of all time. Now, or let's say martial art, action, all that shit.
It's all in the category, yeah. Action.
Yeah. But how can I say this in the most respectful way? There's really no way to doing that. I don't like that shit. I don't like the fact that they're gonna do a remake, an Americanized version of the Raid. I don't like that. Frank Grillo's good and he's cool in the Purge for what it's worth, but that's not what I want to see. I like the competition.
Yeah.
I like that we can be better than the Raid. I like that shit.
Yeah.
Not let's make the Raid.
Right.
Cause then the whole point of making that movie is to try to top the original.
Right.
So the original is low budget, and it is what it is. Now you're gonna do all these explosions. You're gonna try to make this most spectacular, bright house movie. It's gonna be all this other shit all in your face all day, every day,
bunch of distractions,
and it's gonna fuck the whole movie up. And then in fact, it can now also ruin the Raid, because the simple fact is these people are coming back. Yeah. And I'm saying it like that, but the team is coming back to help them do the movie. Mm-hmm. So then they'll be like, man, and they win it. That shit weak, man. They weak. I don't watch that shit no more. Not like me personally, I like it, but I'm just talking about the mass media. That's how they think. They wishy-washy.
No, I feel you. All right, well, I'm gonna drop some 2 cents on it. A few years ago, when this news got announced, I had a different opinion on it. I was like, nah, not a good idea. When we just came out, give people a chance to go see it.
Yeah.
It's been 4 or 5 years now. And when you tell me Joe Carnahan wants to try to reimagine and put his own take on this, that's what intrigues me. And I'm a big fan of this director, and I do like Frank Grillo as well.
Yeah.
I want to see what this team is going to bring, because for the simple fact that they may bring some actual story to this Raid 1, because Raid 1 was simplistic, and 2 is where the complex plot comes in. So I'm curious to see what they're going to come up with and how they're going to create some new action set pieces. And they may try to shed light on some ideas that Gareth Evans wasn't able to do in his original film. So I'm all in this for the curiosity factor. I don't think it should be remade, but when you say these guys are involved, I want to see what they are gonna bring to the table, because this guy is no stranger to the action genre, and American action, they're trying to bring that definition back, and action is really popping right now. We've been getting some good stuff, and I think it's getting people talking and it's getting people aware.
There's only one movie, dog. John Wick 2.
Yeah,
it's only a movie. Man.
Well, anything had shot and some other stuff,
but that's not American.
Yeah.
You said American.
What that being said,
John Wick.
With that being said, though, I mean, how do people really feel about foreign films and international films? They won't watch that stuff for the dumbest reasons. They're subtitled, so that turns people away. I've watched people get up and walk out.
Bruh, that's because they can't read. They got nothing to do with
that's crazy to me. Like,
read, man.
for the good or bad. Like, if they're gonna try to do this and shed some light on that, if it's gonna give that Indonesian movie some exposure, then all means, I mean, do it. I mean, because if it sucks, we still have the original.
But bro, you gotta still look at it too. When we go to the theater, man, and guess who's in the audience, bro? It's the older cats that are in the audience. They grew up watching the Wu-Tang Clan collection and shit. They know about subtitles and stuff. Yeah. It's not that international films are very big in America. We watch them. The problem is that just the masses, meaning the children, the women, considered in my eyes the masses. The guys don't really count. We go watch the movie, we go do our thing, we go about our life.
Yeah.
We don't really go on Twitter. Oh my God, you gotta do it. You know, we in the media, social media world, because we do YouTube, but it's different. So It's cool. I think people are gonna love it, but is this gonna get that much press? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? John Wick took a movie to come out for part 2 to come out to get the buzz it got.
Yeah.
John Wick got DVD, Blu-ray sales. Remember John Wick came out?
Yeah.
People was like, I didn't watch that one. I didn't go watch it. DVD came out, Blu-ray, they loved it.
True.
John Wick 2, I'm gonna watch it. So you got this. I don't like the fact that, like, I think it's cool, you know me, I love origin stories, but the raid is good for what that is.
I got you.
I like that fact, because it's going to defeat the whole purpose of that climactic scene when he goes in with his brother.
I feel you on that.
Who is this dude? Who's his brother? You give me a backstory, I know everything is going to go on in this building. Some simple American bullshit that I hate. It tells the whole story. This is what made the raid epic. It was one way in and one way out.
I feel you on that. Another thing I wanted to add on that, and I'm glad you brought that up too.
Well, thank you.
This story that they're, well, we don't know anything about that, but I'm saying I'm just going off of.
Hey man, I only got one soda, man. You mind if I get it? That's all I got left. All right.
Go ahead. No, you good. I'll take a water though.
I get you a cup. Let me see if I got some water.
All right, for sure. But anyway, with that being said, I'm thinking whatever they're gonna do with this story is gonna be more of a crime thriller aspect, and this is kind of off of what Joe Carnahan does best though. So I think he's gonna bring an actual, like, a crime thriller aspect to it, and then kind of catch us off guard with the action and suspense. So I think he's gonna bring a real grit factor to it. So I think that's what he was explaining when he was saying he was gonna bring that gritty tone of the gray and dark to it. I think that'd be kind of an interesting way to go, because you're actually bringing some real in-depth characters that are going into turmoil, danger, and they have to fight for their lives and things like that. So if you're gonna give like some in-depth actual story with the action and combine the two, that's kind of interesting, because sometimes people come to see action but just come to see the simplistic action, which is great. And sometimes people want an in-depth story with that gritty kick-ass action. So I mean, if you can merge the two, that'll be something new, because that's something people won't expect in a movie like The Raid. I mean, when's the last time you said like you get like story and action and then are able to merge the two? You know what I mean? So I mean, you have to look at the fact that he may bring some of those elements, like actually going into like that crime thriller.
It tastes like Kool-Aid.
And then we don't even know like what other actors or action stars you're gonna get in here. So I'm curious. Like, you kind of whet my appetite. Like, who else is in this? Like, where are they trying to go with it? Who are the henchmen going to be? Who's going to be the villain? Like, bruh. I mean, you're going to have actors in there, and then you're going to have martial artists in there. So
no, I mean, I get all that. I get the fan base of it. I understand the hype of it, all that shit. But that's the problem. It's like you want to see it, but then when you open that window and you look in and it ain't what you want, you're gonna be devastated.
I feel you on that too.
You're gonna be mad.
And let it not be confused. I'm not saying we need this, but the fact that it's happening and there's a team behind it that I can get behind, that I am a fan of and want to see. This wasn't the case 2 or 3 years ago, but that's what I'm saying. They've piqued my interest. I need to know what this is, and I'm really excited for those out there who've never even been exposed to The Raid Redemption. If you haven't, please go watch part 1 and 2. They're epic.
C. Smith better get up on his A game quick.
Yes. And for those that are just coming into this, like, what is this? I'm glad you asked that question, because this film came out in 2012 and the sequel came out in 2014.
That's right.
And what's funny is that everyone said that we already had a remake of The Raid. It was called Dread, which was very, very good. Yeah, and that was a good stuff too. So if you haven't seen that, watch that as well too. That also helped on Blu-ray sales as well, because it bombed, but critics loved it.
It's just like DVD the Nice sales. Guys and shit.
Yeah,
but it's
hard to market action. I understand that.
But you know, I ain't gonna say that it's not. The problem is
Hollywood's not really pushing it.
Hollywood. This is what Hollywood did. Excuse me, y'all. This Tiki Punch just tore my ass up. I had soul food earlier, and I needed some soda to get that belch out. Getting heartburn out here, but this is what Hollywood did, y'all.
Appreciate it, by the way.
Don't sweat it, G. It's free. Nah, came from the sky.
That's right.
Nah, but
the water.
Hollywood has done this. They've they have gotten rid of the man in movies. That's the reason why action movies are not buzzing. Every action star you got, he's gonna do something that is not manly. Tell you the truth. Honestly, think about it. Before John Wick, let's keep it 100. When was the last manly action star you seen?
Nothing but Pretty Lady Boys. Young guys, yeah. Been 10, probably 10, 11 years.
Like, what was the movie? Like, I'm trying to think. American wise,
it's been a decade.
Action.
It's actually been a decade.
Action movie, like, and it probably was like
a real action movie. I got you.
A real action movie, not comedy, just action.
Action.
And it showed straight. It probably was Expendables 1.
And I've seen a lot of stuff, y'all.
That was legitimately
but it's still
good.
Hard to. It's been years.
It was expendable.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, but they had all the old dudes. So
right.
let's not count that one.
You can't. Yeah.
Let's say
original
with new people, new action stars.
We didn't have it.
Who's the action star in Hollywood right now?
Vin Diesel don't count.
Vin Diesel's not an action star. So Vin Diesel's an actor. He gets the job done. He's Dom.
But
he's Dom. He gets the job done. I can't
even defend him.
Shout outs to Vin Diesel making that money.
That's what's up. Riddick.
He plays.
But
think about it. Who is our action star? If you look at it
not a legit one. I gotta pick this man by default. Statham.
Jason Statham.
Yeah. He's manly.
Yep. And his movies are action, but they're weak.
Yeah. He ain't lying.
So
they're plausible.
And you gotta look at it. Jason Statham's not even American.
Right.
So take that out the window.
Yeah.
When the last time we had an American action star?
A British star and an American production. Yeah, that's kind of what that is.
And it's not sounding like, what I'm saying is this is why we're trying to identify why action movies are not buzzing in America. International all day.
Ain't no face.
And this is why we watch them.
We don't have that face anymore.
There's no face in American
and the ones we had, they're resting in peace right now. Mm-hmm. Most of them, the legacy ones. Yeah.
Think about it. You had. Does Arnold Schwarzenegger count as American? That nigga's been over long enough.
You might as well.
But some real shit.
You made a name over here, so I mean,
you for real, because he wasn't doing international films.
Right.
The American films. Yeah. Statham do both.
Yeah. And you gotta put Dolph Lundgren in there too. He was right around that time.
But he does both. He does international.
Yeah.
Also Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he's
American.
Yeah.
That's all day. So you got Sylvester Stallone. You had Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
You had the untouchable, one that can't be saw. He is all and all is he. Chuck Norris.
Yes.
You had the whole cast. Literally a Predator. All them niggas was action stars. Niggas all have movies.
Action Jackson, Carl Weathers, Bill Duke.
They all have movies.
Man.
Them niggas is all action stars in their
Native
own
Americans.
They all
that
in their
crazy
own way.
dude, Billy, Sonny Landon.
Their own way.
Yeah.
You had Mel Gibson.
Oh, Steve McQueen.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
You had
Lee Marvin, John Wayne.
John Wayne. Right. These were the manly men.
Clint Eastwood. In his heyday. Yeah.
Yep.
Gosh.
You could even say Harrison Ford to a certain degree.
Yeah.
You got.
Yeah, they had to show him love. I mean, that we know why he was in Expendables 3.
Yeah,
but it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you got.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean, Fugitive and shit. Like he had his movies, man.
He did.
He
did. Witness.
Star Wars is action. Yeah. But it's science fiction, but action. You had
Deckard, Blade Runner.
You had what's her name from Alien?
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
She's in action. She was doing action. You know what I mean?
The Colonel, Michael Biehn.
Mm-hmm. This is basically what we're saying is in those eras.
The era.
Even Ghostbusters, nigga, that was considered some type of. Those movies were big for the time, and those were low key American stars that were, some of them.
Bruce's son, Brandon.
Yep.
He was on his way.
He was on his way.
Showdown in Little Tokyo. Rapid Fire.
Man, we forgetting Kurt Russell, bro.
Kurt Russell, yeah.
Like, dude, they had the stars. The action movies were coming. Even Patrick Swayze, man. You had Tom Cruise,
Roadhouse.
Man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had all that going on, and then now it doesn't exist. That's been
missing for a decade. Now that I think that's been missing.
It's gone. So this is why I see what Frank Grillo's trying to do. I respect it, but don't do it that way. Don't do it that way. Do it your own way. Make your own movie.
Yeah, that.
I'd rather see him make his own action movie, not bite off someone else who's still alive action movie.
I will say if they were not involved, I would not give 2 cents about this, but I'm really intrigued. I really am, because I've seen the other side already. So I'm excited to see what this is. what this is gonna be. I've seen Raiden 1 and 2. I've preached about it. I've seen it.
Yeah, I know.
I want to see what this is. I like the team behind it, and if they fail, they fail. But I have a feeling in my gut that they're passionate about this. When the Raid was going to be remade 3 years ago, it felt like a cash grab. It was too soon. I think these guys genuinely want to do it.
Think about it. You seen Imp Man? I think you guys all seen Imp Man. Donnie Yen. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we had Grandmaster. What was it called?
Grandmaster. Yeah, you're right. Grandmaster.
Trash. It took everything away from Imp Man. It was Americanized. They were slow motion fighting. I said, what's going on? This is not Imp Man, bruh.
I feel you.
We're gonna tell a story that's never been told before. He got powers now? What kind of shit is this? This was weak, and the reason why...
And I like the movie, but I feel...
The reason why it was weak is because it's not Imp Man. If it was his own movie, it could have been tight to me. I'm like, okay, what is this? Okay, I like this. He doing his own thing. When you try to take something that's been created and then you try to switch it around and do it your way, on certain notes, it don't work. Batman v Superman. It don't work. It don't.
Man.
It don't. And I think that's what Ray, if he was just to do his own movie, Frank Grillo and his own action movie, make his own franchise, like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Steven Seagal and all them niggas were doing. Steven Seagal has the worst titles in movies. A Time to Kill, Nightlight, I'm gonna blow your brains out, be you in the room tomorrow. Like, you could do a parody with his titles.
But it'll be tight watching though.
A Cup of Blood. My blood spilled over. Part 2. Like, what the fuck?
There's some of you probably out there that probably don't know who Frank Grillo is either. We need to shed some light on him too. This man has on-screen charisma.
That nigga got blown up on Captain America.
Dude, like, he was tight as crossbone. I wish they utilized some more. Shout out.
He honestly should have been Punisher.
Because he had a hell of an impact in Winter Soldier. Like, that man was a menace.
He should have been Punisher, man.
He's that manly man that I want to see more in action movies. But with that being said, Frank Grillo's a good dramatic actor. But there's something else you guys don't know about him. He's a martial artist as well. He actually studies his stuff. He works with the guys at 8711 Action Design that worked on John Wick. Those are his buddies. They're like film colleagues.
I just wanted, I like the enthusiasm of you and how you have this hope factor. I love it.
And I feel where you're coming from too. Because, like I said, I'm not preaching this should have happened, but I'm curious.
Yeah.
I need to know. Yeah. Like, there's a and like I said, if these guys were involved, I'd be like, nah, don't do it. But
I just think they should have did their own thing, bro. Like, I want some action stars, man.
And the stuff that the stuff we mentioned, like just about the decade and the era. This director right here, he lives and breathes that. Like, his movies are manifestations of that stuff from the past. Like, he grew up on that era, so I think he's gonna try to recreate that with this. Again, this is a passion thing for him. The studios are talking dollars. He's saying, like, if I didn't have anything special to say or do with this, I wouldn't have touched it.
Shout out to Bruce Willis too. I forgot to name him.
Yeah, and I think he's coming at this from a different angle, man. Like, I think he's gonna try to actually incorporate some story into that, and I think they're gonna do something tight with the action, man. Like, I think it's gonna be something new, and I think, again, that competition factor's coming in. They want to make a name for American action because we get spit on, man. Like, we whack right now when it comes to action. So I think he wants to be like, hey man, I think I could do something special with this. Let's see what we can do. Let's put it out there. We're gonna shed some light on the original movie, and we're gonna try to do something new with it. We're gonna have fun when we're doing. We're gonna get the best team. We're gonna get the best crew with it. I feel like there's something here. This does pique my interest. It really does, though. And again, if you've never watched the Joe Carnahan movie, do yourself a favor and watch it, man, because this man is like a reiteration of 70s movies. And this guy's like in his 40s. He knows how to tell a crime thriller, and he knows how to make edgy, over the top action. Shout outs to Smoking Aces. This man's tight.
Smoking Aces was cool.
He can bring that gun porn too.
But they just see what Smoking Aces.
It was more hyper stylized though.
It was more too Hollywood. It took away from it.
I feel you.
That's what I mean. It was cool seeing the actors on stand. You know, it's all type of actors in that movie. Like, some do drama, some are comedians. Some it was just a lot of actors in their own. And
it was an ensemble.
Just having fun. He's good
at working with a collage of cast members. He's good at working with an ensemble international.
But I think if you're going to push this new action era, you already got Keanu Reeves that just kicked it off.
Yeah.
Now you have.
This is a good time to do it. Strike while the iron's hot. Don't wait.
Well.
Go and just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The action, because a lot of people are saying the comic book era is dying out. Like
people want to see gritty people kicking ass again. Like they want to get behind a gritty story. I think he can bring it.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think Hollywood wants to show men be men.
You don't mind about that.
I don't think they want to show a man.
It's a sad reality,
but it's
that I don't want to. I agree so, but. You make a good point. You do make a good point.
Like even in John Wick, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't get the girl.
Right.
Ain't no girls in these movies no more.
That's a society we live in, man. Like you need to figure out how to pump that energy back in, man. Make that kinetic action though, because it's a genre that wouldn't exist without her. I mean, this is an important genre that makes people get up out of their house and go to the movies. Like this is an important genre. You need to start pushing it again. Like it's been too long. It's almost a decade, and like we have to go outside of our element. We got to go international. But they're giving us what we want. So thank you for that.
I've always liked international films, man, for what it is. It's sad that I just now kind of got myself back in animes, but I've always liked international films, man. It's international films have always taken the icing on that, but at the end of the day, the American version of it was always it was just different. It's different. They're both the same, but it's different, and we need to get it back. I think it's still a cool idea, but I just think that you should not try. It's like that Kevin Durant shit. If you can't beat him, join him. I don't like that shit. I want it to be the raid is the beacon. This is where we have to be.
It's the pinnacle. It's the Mount Rushmore.
This is where we need to be. The raid is where it's at.
And America knows that. That's what they're trying to.
Let's not make another raid.
They're killing us
to beat the raid, because number one thing you did wrong. You will never be better than part 1. You will never be better than part 1 or 2. You will never be better than the actual raid, because if Mad Dog's not at that end battle fight, no.
He ain't lying.
Mad Dog was this big.
I'm optimistic
taking
right
2
now.
brothers.
He ain't lying.
Tight. He was waiting for them.
And
he wasn't even the boss. He wasn't even the boss. For
those of you that haven't seen it, you don't know what he's talking about, but it's epic stuff. Get the Blu-rays.
My nigga is this big.
Watch them. So when you come back into this episode that you're watching, you'll understand where we're coming from.
The American version, guess what's gonna be? This 6'9" big buff nigga right Jones. There. Socking walls and shit. It's gonna take away everything the raid stood for. Should be his own movie, man. Mad Max is a good action movie.
Yes, it was.
Tom Hardy could be a new action star, but he does too many romantic dramas and shit. He's like a John Wayne now. He's
kind of got that Leo and Brad Pitt stigma. Like ladies love him, but he's badass persona. Like he can act too, so he can back up his handsome looking looks. You know what I'm saying? He can go either way. Yeah. Like Leo was kind of in that stigma for a while. Oh, him and Brad Pitt, pretty boys, but nah, these dudes can really act.
No, it's not wrong with acting. Yeah. We're talking about action star. I'm talking about nigga, nitty gritty, dirty, bloody nigga. Tom Hardy.
But I forgot about that him. Deadly. Yeah,
Tom Hardy.
Revenant.
Yeah.
Cold heart. I hated him.
Yeah, he a cold nigga.
Mad Max. He said very little, but he did a lot physical.
In part 2, it's supposed to be really about him, because it's really about Furiosa, man.
There you go.
They really took a lot of that manly out of that.
Shout out to George Miller. Yeah, great action movie.
Yeah. Ridley Scott's older than George Miller.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I leave that shit. I say, what the fuck? Niggas is old.
I commend those guys, man. Going back to their roots, man. The stuff that kind of built them, gave them a name. I love it. It's a renaissance. Again, that's a perfect example right there, though. But I also wanted to shed light on what J3 was saying about I love how you use basketball as an analogy, and it kind of works in this discussion here. Kind of, how everybody in the industry is friends. There's no competition. Mm-hmm. So I understand it. Like, you just seen something that blew your mind away, and it's like, man, I want to make that. But I don't know if I can do it as good as they can, but I'm going to try to go a different direction. I don't want to be a straight carbon copy of what that is, but I'm going to take elements of it that worked, and then I'm going to do something new with it.
And that's growth.
Kind of where I'm going.
But that's not what they doing. They copying. that shit gonna be set up just like it. It's gonna have Hollywood effect because it's gonna have more money. The suits ain't gonna look cheesy and shit. You know, they police outfits ain't gonna look all, you know.
I don't know.
Third world country.
Joe Carnahan, his budget always says minimum. Well, I mean,
True.
he has more creative control. He's not bought.
True.
Like the WB and stuff.
It's Hollywood. He's bought. They gonna make sure that movie's done like Hollywood wants it done. Not one movie comes out of Hollywood like that.
Where you coming from?
Now,
if that's not the case.
Now, if he did the movie like, you know, like
20 million and under.
What's his name?
What's up?
Hateful Eight. What's his name?
Oh, Quentin
Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where he got people to finance it besides the studio.
Yeah.
He was able to make his own vision.
Mm-hmm.
If he does it that way, then we might have a great American movie. But however, it won't get that publicity it needs to push it. Because the action fans are not really around like they used to. These used to be. And the studio's not going to back it up because it's not going to be studio-wise unless that movie hits complete blockbuster. Then they want to ride their cock.
Man, you ain't lying.
So that's
it's funny though, because I love the action community is strong. Like, and
we are, but we stand
as a unity. Like, man, on Twitter, man, people were like, years ago, you told me this would happen. Nah, but everyone's riding on this team behind it. Like, everyone's curious.
But I think it is now. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, that's soulful tea. I had a lot of gas in my chest, man. That shit was giving me heartburn. But
action's getting a lot of talk right now. Everyone's like, man, what's the next big thing? Like that John Wick, it blew everybody's mind, and they're just like, I want another one.
But guess what's going to dissolve that? You got superhero movies coming. This is the problem with that.
It's the new Western.
Fuck. I'm teed out. This is a problem with the action movies now, man. It's because we're confusing action movies with superhero movies now.
You ain't lying.
And they're both good, but action movies like Die Hard.
Yeah.
You know, Bad Boys. You know what I mean? Lethal Weapon.
Mm-hmm. Last Boy Scout.
You know what I'm saying? The Rock.
That real stuff.
That's the Last Boy Scout was with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans, right?
Guess who wrote that? Shane Black.
Yeah.
Tony Scott directed.
Hey, what's the other one called? Bulletproof with
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
That was kind of good. That was a good one.
Oh, the Juice director, Ernest Dickerson. Movie's tight. Buddy cop comedy.
Yeah.
It was underrated.
I like that one.
James Caan played the villain.
You had Beverly Hill Cop, bruh. You had
Jerry Bruckheimer.
48 hours.
Walter Hill.
You see what I'm saying? You had
it.
You had movies, bro, but it's like it's just we get something good and then we kind of forget about it. And then we go superheroes, and we go kids,
and then the action genre gets on the back burner.
Yeah, because guess what they consider a new action movie? It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be the greatest action movie of all time. It's gonna be Ocean's 8.
Right.
Which the cast is amazing, man. Oh my gosh, I want to see that. Yeah. I really want to see it. But
that's a popular genre in America. Like when you talk about heist and crime caper, that was big back in the 60s and 70s.
True.
It is.
But we're talking about it's all woman cast now.
Mm-hmm.
What about Ocean's 11? You see what I'm saying? It's where they going with everything. They'll give us something that we want, and then they'll cover it up with something new to make you not keep going for it.
Ocean's 11 is iconic. We're talking about the 2000, and then of course the original Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. That's a whole nother breed. Yeah, whole nother breed. The original's OG.
I'm the candy man.
And shout out to Steven Soderbergh there. He did some tight stuff with George Clooney and Damon. They were all tight.
And he got a glass eye, bro. That shit look nasty.
Man.
He was like, Arr.
And that's another thing. Like it's been a while since we had a good heist movie too.
Yeah, heist was trash.
Yeah, it's crazy. What was the one with
Hey, Ben Stiller shit was weak.
What was that? Oh, Robert De Niro and Edward Norton and Angela Bassett. She played De Niro's wife. Remember The Score?
Yeah, Score.
Score was cool.
Mm-hmm. You know, it was actually a good action movie, but it didn't get no play. It was Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger in that prison underwater.
Escape Plan.
Yeah. I heard something about they trying to do a part 2 to that.
Hey, that'd be cool.
That movie was kind of dope.
Bring back the prison genre.
That shit was kind of low key because it was like a face-off type deal.
Yeah. Thank you. There it is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Castor Troy trying to get Sean Archer.
It was like, you know what I mean? Yeah, John Travolta. We had those action movies.
This criminal was with my family. He with my wife and daughter, and I'm on the inside playing his. I'm stuck in here.
My nigga was looking at his daughter. He want to bash that shit out.
Crazy. Shout out to John Woo, man. Face off was tight.
Man, it's just... That's
like looking in the mirror. Only not. John Travolta was dope.
I know, right? Look,
man.
Con Air. Man, you had movies, bro.
Con Air was good.
Yeah, movies.
It was fun, guilty pleasure.
And then you had your war movies, but it's just that now, like, think about it. So we had John Wick, right?
Yeah.
What's the next action movie gonna come out? This the next week.
Right.
What we got? We got Great Wall and Fist Fight. Right?
Jokes.
Then the next week, we got Logan.
Yep, there you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Forgot John Wick.
Right.
Comic book.
Yeah. But action movie. Right.
Action, comic book.
Yeah.
We got Headshot the same day.
Yeah.
No one's gonna watch Headshot.
Right.
Logan.
That's the problem.
So then, week after that, I believe it's Kong Skull Island.
Kong Skull Island, yeah. Oh, we got Belko Experiment.
And Belko Experiment.
Yeah.
Suspenseful.
Yeah. Thriller.
Some international type movie.
Right.
Overshadowed.
Yep.
Skull Island. Week after that, you have Beauty and the Beast. Well, I think it comes the same day.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. Overshadowed all that shit. Then we got to that, Power Rangers. Action, but sci-fi, cartoon shit.
Cartoon, yeah.
See where I'm going?
Yep.
You'll never get a consistent...
It's a hybrid of something. It's a mashup.
Everything's always going to cancel it out.
Yeah.
Every time you get the action movies, cancel it out. It's going to cancel out with something that's like superhero.
Yeah.
It's going to keep doing that.
Man.
Because as soon as you get action movies like cool, you get this suspense one, cool. Cancel out. This is why Nice Guys didn't get it. The Nice Guys didn't get a good rap. Good movie, but it was. I think Captain America: Civil War came out.
It's funny because the way things work, it's always a thing with moviegoers. They always use that phrase like Hollywood has no original ideas. Like they don't want to do anything creative and stuff. And it's like, well, when they do something creative and new, you guys don't go and check it out. You keep yourselves concluded into a box.
Well, it's actually the theater's fault on most.
You know what I mean?
Most part though, theaters don't show a lot of international films.
And shout out to those that do go and seek those theaters and go to those different spots and try to find it. But it's like, man, like if you know you want to see some new stuff and you hear something, even if it's not interesting or if it piques your interest, check it out. Like check out the trailer. Do some research. Find out who this director is that's unknown and unheard of.
You have a lot of reactors out there. They react to everything.
Right.
But do they watch it?
No.
See?
Man. I mean, because even...
Know your reactors, everybody.
Even the non-publicity, like, it's good stuff. Because even if it gets acknowledged or exposed, some exposure is better than none. Like, you know what I mean? So it's tricky with movies, man. You just gotta... You got to do some digging too. You got to do some investigating because I know for some people it's not a luxury. It's hard for some of those out there that aren't able to go to the theaters or some people that don't have internet. You know what I'm saying? It's a reality, but I mean that's why you have friends and you have network. So the thing is to help people out. You know what I'm saying? So with movies, I mean we're in a day and age where we can find anything now. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to the internet and blogs and things like that. You know, back in the day, it was just newspapers and Cisco and Neighbor.
I love that calendar.
You know what I'm saying? It was different.
Ooh.
It was special, like, you know what I'm saying? So when you found something out, it was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Now, you go right to Google, oh, find this. And we know stuff before the movie comes out, so we don't even realize we're spoiled.
I think,
you know what I mean?
I'll be honest with you, I'm going to end with this one, but like I was saying before, the action community is thick. It's just a problem that we need to start speaking up more.
Yes.
Stop accepting bullshit.
Yes.
Just because it's explosions. Speak your mind. That's what you get on J3 Entertainment. You're going to get on Ronan Joe Genji's Chronicles. You're going to get on Jody's Corner. You're going to get cats speaking their mind. If we could do that, guys, they'll get their shit together. They believe, I'm telling you, they believe that we don't care.
Man,
they look at it as like, oh, there's a little 10% of them. They don't really give a matter.
Right.
We just go to the people. They don't realize that what we say goes. And when we say we like some shit, then the world says they like some shit. Because the mass media don't know what to like. I just looked at them Yeezys. I was gonna buy some Yeezys. I was like, well, let me see what they look like. Ugh, these shoes are ugly, bruh. I'm not buying them shits. I'm gonna go ahead and buy these J's. They come out on Saturday. They got the 13s and the 12s. Black or Chicago color, red and white. I'm just gonna get those. I'm not getting no Yeezys. They ugly because the mass media say I must have them. Yeah. That's bullshit. Them
shoes
look
like they need someone they want to get behind.
Them shoes are ugly, bro. Yeah. They're ugly. They don't even have style to them, bro. They look like homeless shoes. Like they look terrible. They look like socks with rubber. Like that's what crazy. Is this shit? Look like Ugg boots cut up with some tennis shoe soles. I don't wear that shit. Give me some Jordans, nigga. Some Dunks any day of the week. Give me some shell toes. Keep that shit 100. But if we don't speak our mind, they'll never know. See how y'all didn't know that? Fuck them Yeezys. I ain't buying that shit. Hell no. I'll buy me some Jordans, man.
Man, countering off what you said, man. Coming to J3 Entertainment, my up and coming Rolling Joe Chronicles and Jody's Corner. We shed light on things, and I always push this, man. I like to bring awareness to stuff. So this episode right here, if you didn't know about the raid and stuff like that, now you do, man. And you go YouTube and check it out, man. Talk to people that know about it.
And
look
ladies,
at the reviews online.
Don't feel like you can't watch the raid. Trust and believe. You'll like the raid.
You'll love it.
The raid is tight, man. You know, you
might even fall in love with Eco UI. Some mad dog.
Be getting down, man. Them niggas be fighting, bro.
He's got a presence, man. Like he's got this coolness to him, man. And he's like, yeah, he's our age.
And
whooping ass.
I'm gonna be real with some cats out there too. I listen to a lot of people conversations, and they be talking about their girls and shit like that. I hear shit. You know, sometimes I might ear hustle. You know what I'm saying? I'll be bored, but take your girl and go watch some action movies, y'all. Niggas is scared to take their girl and go watch an action movie.
Do it.
You watching 50 Shades Grey shit, nigga? Man, fuck that. She wanna watch that shit. She watch that shit by herself.
Right.
Go watch John Wick, man. Take your girl to watch John Wick. If she can't relate with you in any type of way like that, then that a woman you don't want to be with.
Man.
Any woman that can't sit there and watch movies with her dude and appreciate the art and style that he likes, and she's able to adapt it for herself, that's a problem, man.
Man,
that's a problem, G. And that's what's killing us right now too.
You ain't lying, dude. When we was at the theater, and I didn't even tell you, I'm gonna tell it now though. It's a pretty funny story though. We were at the theater when we were watching John Wick Chapter 2. When it was over, there was a chick behind me on the side. She was like, I don't even like action movies, but this movie just opened up a whole new world for me.
Tight.
She tapped me on the shoulder. She was like, what do you recommend? And she was like, you look familiar. You're like one of them YouTubers. I was like, I am. And she was like, wait a minute, no. She was like, Ronan? I was like, yes. The encyclopedia? Yes. Well, what do you recommend?
Tight.
I was like, well, John Woo all day, just shouting out fat. If you want to get into like gun battling and stuff like that, definitely John Woo. And I took her back to the Wu-Tang stuff with the Shaw Brothers and the Wu-Sha and all that. She was like, cool. I was like, if you want swords play, go more into like the Donnie Yen stuff. And then I was telling her about the Jackie Chan era where it was like all about the stunts and acrobatics and using the environment. She was like, cool. She was like, man, John Wick unlocked another world for her, and she had a blast with it. She was like, I want to see part 1 now. And then she's like, I want to see some other stuff. And she said, some of my friends kept telling me about this raid movie. It was like, that's another one you need to watch. That's a great one. That's a yes.
Yeah, and
so she was just like, man, and she was just nerding out.
Take your girls to go watch these movies, man. I'm telling y'all, dude, niggas is afraid to take their girls, man. Because your girl gonna yap. I don't watch. Shut the fuck up and sit down and watch the movie with us. Damn. Can you just do that for me? Do that for me, and I'll give you some D. Fuck. Just watch the movie, so and I'm pretty sure they'll like it, and then it brings in a new audience base, man.
There's an appreciation for it when you see great filmmaking, you see great action filmmaking. It just
like The Rock has a lot of potential, man. I liked Hercules.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People were hyping when we came out the theater, and like it was like applause, like positive across the board.
But it did bad.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't white. I don't know why, but The Rock, but he's funny, and like you can't take him serious.
Yeah,
he's a good actor. He's getting better, but you can't take him serious, man.
I'm waiting for someone like a real action director to get their hands on him and like do some awesome stuff with him, make him like a henchman or like an anti-hero or something. That'd be nice.
I mean, he was tight and faster.
Yeah.
That was tight.
That was a revenge movie. We don't get those too often, but like when we do, they knock them out of the park. Remember the one with Kevin Bacon, Death Sentence? Your boy that's doing Aquaman, he directed it. It was and John Goodman was in it. And his son got killed by a neo-Nazi gang, and the guy that was trying to get put on he had to kill an innocent bystander, or else he'd get killed. It was tight.
I gotta look that one up. I think I seen that.
It came out in like 2007. James Wan directed it.
I think I seen that one.
Tight.
I want to watch it now, even if I didn't. I think I seen that.
Kevin Bacon did his thing though, man.
Kevin Bacon's cool, man.
Family man. Had 2 sons, lost them both. And then like the guy that was trying to get put on was part of this neo-Nazi gang, and he I guess he got caught up in like a liquor store holdup, and they caught his son, and when he was getting the Slurpee machine, slit his throat with a machete. Damn. And then the other son got killed in I think like a car accident or something, and then they got his wife too. And then he just went to John Goodman, man, the gunsmith that was making all the weapons, shaved his head off, started learning how to use guns and like went after them fools.
Tight.
And the guy that was one of the leader of the gang was in Tron Legacy. The son, he played one of the Nazi gang members. He was tight. I didn't even recognize him.
I gotta watch this shit.
Death Sentence.
Death Sentence.
It was supposed to be like a modern take of Death Wish, and they're remaking that too. You heard about that, right?
You better get Woody Harrelson to play him.
That. Here you go again.
I think Woody Harrelson tight, nigga.
We'll do another video on that, but there's already a director and there's already an actor though. So we'll save that for another time. But I just want to throw that out there. Like, we like revenge movies too. Revenge kind of falls into the action category.
Woody Harrelson's scary. He's a scary motherfucker. He had them teeth.
Did you see Out of the Furnace?
Nah, man. Dude, that nigga's tight though.
I ain't even gonna tell you what it's about, but I'm gonna tell you the opening scene. They're at a drive-in movie theater. And he's beating the crap out of this dude that was like messing around with his girlfriend. Like he's beating him up while the movie's going on at a drive-in theater. Just walks into him. He's pounding like a 6-pack of beer and just walks into him. Pow, 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 like 10 minutes straight. No music, just going ham on this dude. Like, and then left him there. It was crazy. It was called Out of the Furnace. Christian Bale's in it too.
All right. Oh shit, that's a good collaboration right there.
I watched it when it was on Netflix. It was tight. Out of the Furnace. So you guys learn something new every time you come on J3 Entertainment, man. Again, man, awareness. That's what we do. Yeah. I enforce that.
Death Wish, man.
I can't enforce that enough. But yeah, I like to bring awareness. So to see, it's what we do, man. Like I said, action. We need to speak up on that, even when it's bad.
Who are you trying to get to play Death Wish? Because he got to be older.
Bruce Willis.
No.
They need to recast. I said the same thing too.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I would have got somebody else.
It's a Woody Harrelson type thing. Because Charles Bronson was a no offense to Bruce Willis, Charles Bronson's an excellent actor. Yeah. Because he didn't seem like the type. He seemed like the normal everyday man with a suit and tie and living in a Midwestern town. But when you came in his way and did him wrong, he became another person. Yeah. Woody Harrelson. That's where the acting came in. Woody Harrelson. So it was like a man, you know, getting out of his element, being disrespected, but becoming something different, becoming a monster. Bruce Willis. Death Wish was tight. No, that is not a Bruce Willis type of movie. That's man. I'm gonna watch that this weekend. Bruce Willis, iconic character. Bruce Willis is a fast-paced guy. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. Death Wish is a slow-paced film. Man, that was an iconic role he played, man. Charles Bronson playing Paul Kersey, man, and Jeff Goldblum playing one of the gangster thugs, and then Lawrence Fishburne was a thug in the sequel. Yes. Oh, dude, I gotta watch those again, man. And then that the other one, man. Even Michael Caine played a vigilante. Remember Get Carter? They did a remake with Sylvester Stallone in 2000, but Michael Caine was the original Jack Carter, and they killed his brother, and he was out for blood trying to find out. I know that's old. That gotta 70s. Be 70s, yeah. 71. I don't think I watched that one. Get Carter was tight, man. Michael Caine was a playboy back in the day. Yeah, Michael Caine, man. And, that's why he was an excellent Alfred, man. Nigga was legit, bro. He was tight. Yeah, I like Jeremy Irons, but he's tight too, man. But shout out to Die Hard with a Vengeance. Yeah, but fucking Michael Caine was like he's the man. The Alfred, like dude, that nigga's legit, bro. The original Italian Job, that was him too, man. He was tight. He was tight, man. But you guys got a history lesson. Yeah. What we think about the Raid remake? I'm kind of indifferent on it, but I feel where you're coming from. Personally, I think they should stay away from it. If you're gonna do it, make your own movie. That's how I feel. And make the Mount Rushmore be the Raid, and you make your own type of movie to compete with the Raid. So you can say, man, the Raid is good. I love the Raid, but then I also like Frank Grillo's movie, whatever it's called. Let's call it the Shade of Light. And you know what I mean? I'm obsessed with Frank Grillo. You know what I'm saying? I like those two movies. Those two are tight. I don't want to see, oh man, the Raid is dope, but the remake is just as good too. I love the Raid, and because you're still at the Raid. Right, it's the same movie. You're still coming back to that original movie. Exactly, no and I hate that. So that's what I'm at with that. With that, I think it's still cool. You know, we get some action movies. It's gonna be, you know, Frank Grillo's dope. Purge. He should have been Punisher. No offense. Man, he played a great Frank Castle. What's his name? The guy that plays Punisher now? John Bernthal. No offense to John Bernthal, because the boy is hot. Yeah. No homo. He's on fire too. I'm talking about his ability, his acting ability. He's on point. The nigga's tight. And you watch Accountant, nigga is dope. Him and Ben Affleck. I watched it. That was a good movie. Bruh, the ending. I knew at the end, man, it was that girl. Yeah. I knew she was, man, F these. Y'all should have watched already. That retarded girl that had the special ability. I knew she was the girl on the phone. I knew it. I was like, who is he working with? Yeah. because his dad's dead, and he didn't, and
crazy.
he ain't been around his brother for years.
Right.
So who is helping him? And I figured I was like, it gotta be that girl in that school, man, because she was smart. She just would just do all that shit like that. But when she focused, she was on point. She was getting that nigga all them missions, bruh.
That was crazy.
She was legit.
He was legit, yeah.
Type movie.
Good action too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Boring, but tight. That's crazy, ain't
It
it?
was complex, yeah.
It's because he's
different.
autistic. He's autistic, so it's certain scenes. You know, it's kind of bland face, and it gets boring at times. But when it kick in, it's like his autistic abilities go away, and it's just like tight.
But what I liked about his character was that his decision making was never wasted. Like he was always to the point, even with his action.
Don't touch that.
Yeah, just like he was like very persistent. Like there was never a wasted move. Like he was just all right, I got him. It was tight. I like the detail in that.
And then at that end, when he was like,
oh, he was like loose.
And he was like, "Hi, how you?" What was his brother's name?
I forget.
He was like, "Hi." He was like, "Oh fuck." I knew they were related. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's a rule. If you ain't seen a movie in 2 weeks of its release, you didn't give a fuck.
It's on Blu-ray.
So ain't no spoilers here. That is the rule on J3 Entertainment. If you ain't see a movie in 2 weeks, you better be locked up in jail. But if you ain't seen this movie in 2 weeks and of your own free will,
man,
and I took my ass to go see it after I work a full-time job, I'm a full-time dad, and I do YouTube full-time, and I got a chance to watch it,
right.
There's no excuse.
Man.
Am I lying?
Nah.
That sounds about right. 2 weeks of
sounds fair to me.
Release date. If you ain't seen it by now, you don't give a damn. All right, y'all. So hope you liked this video. It was fun. I like talking about action movies. I got my boy Ron Joe Genji, aka Mr. Terrific. I am J3, aka the Batman. We are a part of the Just Us League squad. We will assemble, I think, later today or maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. Yeah. We all come together.
You guys check out Joe Carnahan movies, man. Definitely check out Narc. That was like one of his first entries. It was like a 2002 crime drama. You'll love it. Jason Patrick's in it. Busta Rhymes has a cool role in there. Ray Liotta's in it. Yeah. It's an all-star cast, man. Definitely watch The Gray too.
Busta Rhymes is a cool actor too, man.
You can see his collaboration with Frank Grillo. Frank Grillo was good in The Gray. He's got some good stuff, man. Again, like if you want to see some gritty and like thrillers and stuff like that, you'll get an idea of what this Ray movie could be though, because he's an edgy filmmaker that really doesn't hold back. He pulls a lot of punches. So, and if you're kind of like me and you like those directors of the past, he kind of really pays homage to those cats like William Friedkin, John Frankenheimer. This guy's good. And if you haven't seen The Raid, watch that too, man. Gareth Evans is tight. He's one of the best action directors working today. The moral of the story is go watch Raid, Redemption, and 2, and then go watch Raid 2. Yeah. All right, guys. So like this video, subscribe to J3 Entertainment. Ronan Joe Genji Chronicles will be coming out. Ronan Joe Chronicles will be coming out soon. Yes. So we trying to make sure that pops out so you guys can get a little bit more in depth in his movie business. Yes. His movie lifestyle. Have so much fun. Goodies for you guys. Can't wait. Make sure you guys subscribe. We got a 10,000 contest going up. So when I hit my 1-year anniversary, which is in June, and I have over 10,000 subscribers, one lucky winner will win. Haha. A pair of Jordans or $150 American Express card or a PS4 or an Xbox One. Yeah. Man. So make sure you guys, we get to that 10,000 mark. I'm J3. Ronan Joe Genji. J3 out.